Hello queens. I'm back at y'all with another video, and today I'm just going to be showing y'all how I created this dramatic full glam look. And y'all know I love to step right into the video, so I'm starting this tutorial off by cleaning my client's face. To fill in her eyebrows, I'm going to be using my Nicka K brow pencil, and this is in the shade Black. I'm not going to lie to y'all, when I saw her hair, I was like, girl, we about to do some red or some burgundy brows. But I know my client, y'all, she would have been looking crazy if she would have picked up that mirror and saw that she had some burgundy brows. So we just going to stick to our natural routine for today's video. I'm going to outline both brows first, and then I'm going to fill them in. To fill in the back of her brows, I'm going in with the same shade of pencil that I used to outline them, which was Black. And once I've made my way to the front, I'm just going to switch out my shades. For the front of her brows, I either used light brown or dark brown. And as you can see, I'm just doing little hair-like strokes. And then I'm going to go over everything with my spoolie to make sure that it's all blended. I'm taking some of my I.envy clear eyelash glue, and I'm using this to lay her brow hairs down in place. To clean up her brows, I'm going to be going in with my two Nicka K concealers, and they are in the shades 02 and 07. First, I'm going to be taking the shade 02 because it's lighter, and I'm using this to clean up underneath her arch. Now that her arches are clean, I'm just taking the shade 07, and I'm going to use this to clean up the remainder of the way on the top and the bottom of my client's eyebrows. As y'all can see, we have one nice clean eyebrow, so I'm just going to repeat this process on the other side. I'm gonna take whatever excess concealer is left on my palette and just apply it to her lids. This is gonna act as our eyeshadow base. I'm going to be taking some of my Dermablend Translucent powder, and I'm using this to lighten up the front of her brows and to also set the concealer in place. For today's video, I'm going to be using a secret weapon, and that is tape, okay? I'm going to be taking this across the edge of her eye, and this is going to help me get the eyeshadow nice, neat, and crisp, okay? Nice and sharp. And for my first shade, I'm going in with this warm brown shade from my Juvia's Zulu palette, and this is going to act as my transition. I'm applying this to the edge of her eye using this blending brush from Shop Miss A, and you want to make sure that you go all across the edge of that tape, okay? So you'll have that nice sharp line at the end. To deepen up this eyeshadow look, I'm going in with the shade Central Park from my Jaclyn Morphe palette, and I'm just applying this to her crease using my Wet n Wild taper blending brush. And this small blending brush, I'm going in with the shade Abyss, which is basically black, and I'm working it in her crease. Now I'm just alternating between the dark brown and the black just to ensure that everything is blended. I'm going to go in and clean off her lids using a small amount of my Nicka K concealer. I'm going in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade White, and I'm using this to highlight the inner corners of her eyes. So many of y'all have been hitting me up about this concealer. I believe they discontinued this shade because y'all can't find it and I can't find it either, so I'm just hold on to what I got. But now I'm going in with the matte beige eyeshadow, and I'm pressing this on her lids. I'm basically using it to set the concealer in place. I'm going back in with a few of those brown eyeshadows, and I'm using them to blend out the edge. I'm taking this pigment from AshleyLeeCosmetics, and it's in the shade Gold Stardust, and I'm going to be applying this all over the tops of her lids. I didn't go in with any adhesive because I honestly did not want it to be this sparkly, y'all. I just wanted it to be a small hint of the pigment, but once I went in with it, it hit me and I just could not take it back, so I decided to just keep going. And now I'm just going to line her eyes using my Wet n Wild black liquid liner. I'm just going to do a small basic line, and I'm going to blend the edge of it into her eyeshadow. To blend out the edge of her liner, I'm first going to be going in with black, and I'm doing this to hide it in her crease, basically disguise the end of the liner. Once I've applied the black, I'm going to be going back in with that dark brown eyeshadow that I use just to ensure that everything is blended, and I'm basically going to be alternating between the two. Now I'm just gonna go in and remove the tape. I know the edges of my eyeshadows are uneven, but we're gonna fix that later on in the video. We're moving on to the face. I went ahead and primed and moisturized her face off camera, and now I'm just going in with my Nicka K concealer in the shade 07, and I'm using it to basically color correct around her face. If you would like to see how I prime and moisturize the face, I did include that in my last client tutorial, so I suggest that you click back there after you finish watching this video. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and this is in the shade Classic Tan, and I'm going to be going in with this all around her face. To highlight her face, I'm using my Nicka K concealer in the shade 02. I'm going in with the same brush that I used to blend out her foundation, and now I'm using it to blend out her concealer. This will just ensure that you have a nice seamless blend. I'm gonna go in and contour her face using my Juvia's Place foundation stick, and I'll have the shade in the description box. Now that her face has been fully contoured, I'm taking whatever excess concealer that I have left on my brush, and I'm using it to try to clean up the edges of her eyeshadows. Well, technically they're already clean, but I'm going to use this to try to even them up as best as possible. I'm going in with my damp Real Technique sponge, and I'm using it to blend out the concealer underneath her eyes. I'm going in with my Morphe loose powder in the shade Banana, and I'm using it to set the concealer in place. I'm going in with my Black Radiance contour palette in the level light to medium, and I'm using it to set the contoured areas of her face. I'm going to use this to set everywhere except for her nose. Now I'm going in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the level Dark Deep, and I'm using this to set all of the remaining areas of her face. I'm taking some black eyeshadow on an angle brush, and I'm using it to line about halfway onto her waterline. Now I'm just going to go ahead and dust away all of that powder. I'm gonna go ahead and set her face in place using my setting spray, and then we're gonna be moving on to lashes. And y'all, I had misplaced my favorite tweezers by the time I started filming this video, and as you can see, I have those pink ones in my hand, but they're too flimsy because they're plastic, so I plan on throwing those away. So I just had to go in and use my fingers to apply her lashes, which they got the job done like I knew they would. While her lashes are drying, I'm going to go ahead and highlight her face, and I'm using a highlighter from my Be Perfect Carnival XL palette, and I actually mixed it with a little bit of the pigment that I used on her eyes, and look at that glow, y'all. Moving on to the lips, I'm outlining her lips using my Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation. Now I'm just going into the center of her lips using this nude liquid lipstick, and I'm gonna blend this into the liner. Once I have it all blended out, that'll be the end result, and we'll be stepping into the grand reveal, so I'm gonna let y'all watch.
Okay, you ready to see? We going up hard. This is pretty, Caitlin.
I know, you look like a little walking doll.
This look good.
Thank you.
Look the look, baby.
Period.
This look good. This is cute.
Okay, queens, this is the end of the video, and by my client's reaction, can y'all tell that she's one of my favorites? Y'all, I love every time that she comes, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. I think this look came out absolutely bomb, and if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the description box down below. Bye bye, queens.